International Service for Human Rights. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President, and in his absence, the High Commissioner. Today, 14 September, marks 2 years since Chinese human rights lawyer and defender Chao Chun-li was disappeared in connection with her efforts to use this council as a forum to expose human rights violations. 2 years on, there has been no proper investigation or accountability in relation to Chao's disappearance, detention and ultimate death. Instead, as outlined in the High Commissioner's statement, hundreds of defenders and lawyers in China have been arbitrarily detained in recent months, and the state has enacted or is developing laws on national security, counter-terrorism and the regulation of NGOs that will further restrict civil society space. States should follow the High Commissioner's lead in ensuring that this unprecedented crackdown receives the significant attention at this session that it demands. The regression in China is sadly emblematic of worsening attacks and restrictions on human rights defenders in many states and regions. Let me share a few examples. In Bahrain, we are deeply concerned at the intensifying repression against human rights defenders, such as Zainab al-Khawaja. While we welcome the joint statement by Switzerland this morning, it needs to be followed by bilateral and multilateral action to ensure the swift release of political prisoners and all those detained in connection with exercising their rights to freedom of expression, public participation and protest. In Cambodia, we call for the repeal of the recently enacted law on associations and NGOs and the substantial amendment of proposed laws on trade unions, cybercrimes and telecommunications. This must be reflected in the resolution at this session. Mr. High Commissioner, as you said in your opening statement, intimidation and reprisals for engagement with this Council and other UN mechanisms are an attack on individual human rights and on the institutional integrity of the UN. What can be done to motivate states to take prompt, principled action required both here and in New York to ensure a comprehensive, effective, system-wide response to these violations? Thank you.